Putting on women's shoes. Yeah, I'm trying to think like, what this is, okay, this is not necessarily embarrassing per se. Like, you know, we've all had conversations. I don't know if this is embarrassing or not. This is one of those things where Matt and I had a moment where I was like, really? And yeah, maybe this is too personal to share, but whatever. So Matt doesn't wear underwear. And I found that fascinating. And we had a very serious discussion about the point and pointlessness of underpants, which is what you do when you spend too much time with somebody. And it was kind of like Jared and the hairbrush, because Jared doesn't own a hairbrush. You ever heard that story? Jared doesn't own a hairbrush. And he has a shit ton of hair. So you would think, you know, so Matt doesn't wear underwear, and he has genitals, and he wears pants. So to me, he's skipping a step. But whatever, that's his thing. Jared doesn't own a hairbrush. His whole thing is having a lot of hair. Like, it's like being tall and having hair. It's his bit. That's his claim to fame. He's like Samson. You know, you cut the hair, the whole thing goes away. And he doesn't, and it's not that he doesn't own a hairbrush, which, by the way, I think is not true. I think he's lying. But I can't really go through his stuff legally and find out. But he gave me shit about owning one. That's what hurt. Because I said something about, oh, I forgot a hairbrush. He's like, hairbrush? Why do you own a hairbrush? Which to me was, quite frankly, an asinine question. It's like saying, food? Why do you eat food? I mean, I have a hairbrush because I'm going to go on a limb here. I have hair. And he's like, I don't own a hairbrush. Are you shitting me? You really don't own a hairbrush? I said, no. You get out of the shower, I towel dry, I do this. Voila. Which I know isn't really about Matt or Rob at this point. I've segued out that. But it just makes me angry.
It's natural.
It just makes me mad at Jared because it's just not fair. It's not right. You know what I mean? Like, the rest of us have to work so hard to get our act together. Rob, it takes Rob 15 to 20 minutes to get his toupee on every morning. Because there's snaps that go from the back to the front. And those are easy once you get those lined up. He's shaky. You don't know if you've seen Rob, he's real shaky. So it's a bit of a challenge for him. But he'll get those in and he'll snap them on. It's the netting up front. He has to be sure that's flat. Because if that pops up, you ever seen somebody with a bad toupee? If the netting comes up a little bit, it looks super weird. So Rob has to be sure that the glue is on and the netting is down. He has to let that dry. And then he has to take the pancake or the base makeup and put that on the netting and then blend it in. So when you do your photo with Rob today, anybody doing photos with Rob? Yeah, do a photo. Look at the hairline. Look for the netting. And maybe give it a little tug. Just a little see what happens. So it's not fair. Guys like Rob spend all this time on their toupee, and there's Jared with his brushless hair, perfectly placed atop his head. He's a total a-hole.
It's completely unnatural.
No, it's not right. It's not right. I mean, I know this is supposed to be a question about what's embarrassing about Rob and Matt, but no, I'm just really upset about Jared and his hairbrush.
It's fine.
His lack of hair, and I can share that with you people because I know it won't go anywhere else but here. We have a cone of silence, and we'll leave this room and never tell anyone that this story happened. Right? No, I don't have really. Rob's a funny dude. Rob may be the funniest guy I've ever hung out with. I find him to be really, really entertaining. And I know Rob feels like he gets thrown under the bus a lot, but that's only because he gets thrown under the bus a lot. Because it's literally part of his comic charm is being the guy that gets thrown under the bus. Like, he's built for that. He's small, so the bump isn't that big when the bus rolls over him. No, he wears that so well. He also does a damn good imitation of me, which I find funny. Did he do that yesterday?
I don't remember, but your imitation of him is pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah, my imitation of Rob is pretty good. we've done our imitations of each other together before, like me being Rob and him being Rich. It's pretty, I mean, it might be slightly exaggerated, but it's pretty spot on. Have you seen my imitation of Rob? I'll do my imitation of Rob. Now, pretend like you can see the net of my toupee. Most of my conversations with Rob are not that dissimilar. Like if we came up here and we did a bit about me saying, Rob, we're gonna go do this thing, and he would be hesitant to do it, and I'd talk him into it. We kind of do that as a shtick on stage. It's actually how we function in reality. It's like how we exist. Rob, we're gonna go do this kind of thing, and so Rob is always, he's the nervous one. The old joke about Rob and flying. Rob is not afraid to fly. I'm a nervous flyer. Matt's a nervous flyer. So we always made the joke that if there's a movie poster, if there's a movie about Rob and Rich, it'd be picture of Rob, picture of Rich, and over Rob it would say, over me it would say, he's afraid of flying, and over Rob it would say, he's afraid of everything else. That's kind of right. So my imitation of Rob essentially goes like this: me trying to talk Rob into doing something, and Rob goes, you know, I don't know, Rich. I don't know. I think it's a bad idea. But no, if we do that, we wind up not going to do anything. I really, no. I don't think it's a good idea, Rich. I don't think it's a good idea. Okay, let's go. That's my Rob. And it's how most of our conversations end, with me talking him into doing something he's not proud of anymore. Anyway, thank you for the question.
Thank you very much.